Hi, my name is Jeffrey Graham with Daxis Unlimited. I'm here with Dane Carrell and Pat Nelson of the Rebel Music Sessions. I'd say hi, hello, guys.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How's it going, bud?
We're going to let you in today on a little bit of what goes on in the background of things. And we're going to give you a little bit of history. So if one of you guys want to tell us how you guys met and what brought you to the name Rebel Music Sessions and to where you are today.
Well, I actually met Pat a while back because I was with a band before, and it was called Absent Image. They are on Reverb Nation again, but I'm not with that band any longer. It broke up. I met him because he was playing hockey with my old drummer, and didn't really think any of it. You know, we smoked a cigarette. We had a couple laughs. You know, a nice conversation. Then I never thought I'd see him again. Well, a couple months later, I started working at Brewers Distributing for Budweiser, and I met Pat again, and he started kind of taking me under his wing and showing me the ropes. Well, I asked him one day, I was like, do you like to watch football? And he said, of course. What American man doesn't like to watch football?
Right?
You know,
Just a shame he's a Steelers fan.
Yeah, well, at least we like to win. We don't like to be the Bears and lose all the damn time.
I'm gonna break this guitar over your head.
That's fine. You can go ahead and break the guitar over my head. You still can't break your own losing streak. Anyway, we were sitting there and we were watching a game, and anyway, he pulled out his guitar and he started playing, and I was like, well, I know that song. And he's like, well, sing it. And so I started singing with him, and before you know it, we were going on about 3 or 4 hours of just playing music and singing and
like
just
checking out different bands on YouTube. Like I was looking at, like I had my Xbox on. We were just looking at like the Xbox music, kind of like a Pandora kind of thing, and just going through bands and like
12 Stones, Shoppers Harvest.
Oh yeah.
Bumpered Subs,
yeah,
John Baker, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And we were just playing, and we started kind of talking, and he told me that, he's played for a while, and he wanted to get an acoustic project started up, and I've always been looking to get an acoustic project started up, and no one's ever wanted to do it, so we just kept meeting week by week, we went
2 times a week, like in between when he was doing practice, and I'm a little busy. Cause, a big part of my life is my daughter. She's 18 months now, so it's pretty time consuming, hard to get together for practice.
Yeah, and we were just sitting around, we were brainstorming one day, and Pat wanted to have something with music in the name, and I wanted to have something with Rebel in the name. And we were just kind of going around, Rebel music collaboration, music rebels of the Midwest.
Well, then we just for a joke, just for a good time, we went on one of those websites like the band name generator.
Wow!
You wouldn't believe what the hell we found.
Just for
you
fun.
have got to tell me what
Rebel zombie death and all that.
Yeah, it was all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff.
What was the other one? Chewbacca and the Crazy Wookiees or whatever?
Yeah,
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Oh,
yeah, they had some really good ones on there. But
really, it is a random generator.
It really was. Doesn't matter what kind of music you're going for, just anything. Purple Pussy Eaters or something like that. I don't know.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was his favorite.
I'm
But
just kidding.
we were just kind of tossing some names around and stuff like that, and the Rebel Music Sessions came up, and
it was perfect.
We both just looked at it and we said, dude, we play music more than once. We'll be playing more than one show. It's got everything we want in it, and one thing that we always stressed to each other was that we didn't want to go along with the mainstream of what music was doing, because I personally am kind of disgusted by it now, especially being a rock and roll kind of hard rock metal kind of guy coming from my background. It's really just kind of gone downhill with the quality and what is accepted now as good music. So we figured anything that we could do to go against that mainstream, we're music rebels.
Go against the musical man. Right?
High five.
Fight the power, man.
Right.
That's right.
Fight the powers that be.
And it's interesting because we come from such different musical backgrounds. Like I was a classically trained trumpet player, and I got into like a lot of jazz and blues and funk and soul, and every now and then some gospel tunes, and then
Where you played and stuff like that?
I've been to I've been to Italy, England, Switzerland, played all over the United States, Tennessee, New Orleans, Branson, Missouri, Chicago, Indianapolis, and I don't know, that's in St. Louis. So yeah, a lot of that was, just playing a lot of jazz music, and then I ended up starting up with a band called Brainchild, pretty
well known in the Peoria.
yeah,
Oh,
very,
yeah,
very
definitely.
well known. Really, really good group of guys too. I learned so much from those guys.
And it's funny too because he was playing with them, and he left to go to South Carolina, and pretty much like a week after you left the band, I actually job shadowed. I had my high school job shadowing with Brainchild, so it was pretty funny when I told him that, because he was like, I played in that band. I know all those guys. And I was telling him some of the songs they were playing, and he was like, dude, I helped write some of those songs and everything. So that was kind of a spark that was like, hey, man, Pat knows what he's doing musically. So,
I like to think so.
But yeah,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and that's what I like about this. At first we just called it a project because we weren't really gigging anywhere. We didn't have enough material to start playing around. But it was just like, it was so diverse. That's what I loved about it, because he comes from like rock and roll and metal and thrash rock, and I came from the jazz and blues kind of stuff, and then we just kind of met in the middle. Like, I've always wanted to do an acoustic project, but I've always had like better luck finding gigs playing trumpet or something else, and it just clicked. Mm-hmm. Like from the first time we started playing, it was easy.
Yep.
I think we played together for 4 months, and I think we got like 60 songs down, and then.
It was just scary how quick we would pick up covers and everything, just because.
Even writing, like our own stuff. I mean, we were writing. I mean, like a couple of the songs we wrote in
15 minutes.
Yeah, or less. I mean, it's just it's really easy to write with Dane. Like we get along very well musically.
The funniest thing about the writing thing is, I still laugh about it, is just because when we were writing our song Meredith. I came over and I was sitting around with Pat, and I was sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna finish this song tonight, and he's like, okay. So I think we were watching a hockey game.
Yeah, we're both real big Blackhawks fans. Yeah.
But we were watching a hockey game, and I was just kind of sitting there with the Bible, as we call it, which is basically my notebook. It's got basically every song I've ever written in it. It's got the covers that we do. It's got a metaphorical drawing of a Chinese guy blowing on the world.
Blowing inspiration.
Yeah, blowing inspiration into the world or whatever. I don't know why I made it a Chinese guy, but he's got a Fu Manchu, so I'm assuming he's Chinese. But it was funny just because, I'm sitting there, I'm writing it, and I'm just kind of, going through the lyrics in my head and going through the melody that I want to have with it. And I finally just looked at him and I said, Pat, I got it. And he was like, okay, well, let's write it. And I was like, okay, so I'm just going to start singing it and just kind of follow what I'm doing here.
See what you can do, kind of make some stuff up. We'll see if, we can make something happen.
And it was funny because I started singing, and he started playing the verse riff in it. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, no, that worked good. And then I just called out chorus, and he just hit whatever he was doing for the chorus. Yeah. And I was like, oh, damn, that's really cool. And so we went back to the verse, and we went back to the chorus. And then I was like, bridge, and the look on his face was like, what the hell do you mean a bridge? And he just started playing some jazzy, funky type thing, and it all just fit perfectly. We have not changed a damn thing in that song from the first time that we wrote it.
I think it was like 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
3 minutes and 15 seconds it took us to write that one.
Probably one of our biggest crowd favorites too.
Oh yeah, it's a real John Mayer-esque type.
Right. Yeah, we're both kind of closet John Mayer fans.
I'm not a closet John Mayer fan. If I could tattoo his face on my back, I would.
That's good.
It's kind of creepy, I know, but I don't give a damn. He's awesome.
Just follow it up by saying no homo.
Yeah, no homo. No homo. No homo. And to Mr. John Mayer, I love you. If you could please grant me $1 million so I can make our musical dreams come true, that'd be great.
Please do.
Please.
Just give us an opening spot.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Well, speaking of music inspiration, what else gives you that inspiration? Like, what kind of artists and bands and stuff like that over the years have contributed to your upcoming success, I should say.
Remember when we told you that we have very different musical backgrounds? So you go ahead and explain and give them your musical inspirations first. Who are the people you idolize the most?
Oh God, I mean, like I said, I did learn a lot from Brainchild. They are a huge music influence, and all those guys are just, really just stand up like genuine people. Like, I love those guys to death. John Mayer, obviously. I like. It goes anywhere from Incubus to like Freddie Hubbard, Charlie Parker, frickin'.
Oh wow.
Just all over the
Tommy
place.
Emmanuel.
Oh yeah, oh my God.
Tommy Emmanuel.
Tommy Emmanuel is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But you could take it back to like the Renaissance, listening to like Berlioz, or it just I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of hard to say like what your favorite bands are, because it really just depends on the genre. I love Perfect Circle and I love Incubus, and then I know, right? And Tool, obviously, and Stone Temple Pilots, like, both love grunge rock. Pearl Jam, I love those guys. Not a big Nirvana fan, but he likes it enough for the both of us. And then like old school funk, like Parliament, the Meters.
But and so here's the part where you're gonna go, what the hell is Dane doing in a acoustic project? But my favorite band of all time, it was the band that actually got me started into actual music and not just rap.
Marky Mark?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Marky Mark, yes.
I knew it.
Mark Wahlberg could be here right now.
Sinner.
Yeah. No, but my favorite band of all time is Pantera. I remember the first time I ever heard a Pantera album, and I knew right away that I wanted to do something like that with my life. But as time went on, I developed a taste for a lot of other stuff too, and like he said, I come from a very different background of a rock and roll, hard rock, heavy metal type background. My favorite band right now out is Alter Bridge. I think Miles Kennedy is one of the most underrated songwriters of all time. He's got a great voice, and all those guys in there, along with that, Creed, Stone Sour, Alice in Chains, Slipknot.
A lot of 90s.
A lot of 90s goes around in what we let's do, but at the same time, I love Counting Crows, and I love the Black Crows, and
the Black Keys.
Black Keys are awesome, and Deftones, and A Perfect Circle, and Tool. And
Old Deftones.
Deftones all around. Yeah. I love Deftones all around.
Take her with her new stuff.
Chino is such a good songwriter. Man.
I'll give you that.
But
Clapton.
Oh, Clapton. Yeah.
Right.
Zeppelin, Skinner, Pink Floyd.
Dylan.
Dylan was a great writer. He wasn't.
Wow, yeah, he was a terrible singer.
Oh yeah. The trees and the bees and the honey and the wasps.
Makes me think of Walk Hard.
What are you talking about? This is a deep song.
Right.
No, but Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Dave Grohl's got some good stuff.
A lot of just hard rock oriented stuff. Adrenaline Mob, Dream Theater,
Taxi War Dance.
I've never even heard of that. Never heard of Taxi War Dance.
I'll show you some after this interview.
All right. Some old school Mudvayne. Mudvayne used to be one of my very favorite bands. I actually got the opportunity to see them twice, and
How could you leave out El Nino?
El Nino is great.
System of a Down.
He's naming them off faster than I can. It's one of those things where if you looked at the musical taste that we have, you would never in a million years, besides the 90s stuff that we can come together on and say, oh yeah, I like that song, we should do that song.
Right.
But you would never look at, saying, oh yeah, this dude who used to idolize Corey Taylor when he was in old Slipknot days, Iowa and their self-entitled album and stuff, would be hooking up with a Tommy Emmanuel, Freddie Hubbard type dude, Bill Withers and stuff like that.
I love Bill Withers.
I know you love Bill Withers.
Talk about a great songwriter.
Right? And, just meeting in the middle and saying, you know what, dude, I'm going to bring...
We're just going to play it all.
We're going to play it all. We're going to play, and you know, the covers that we do, it stems from John Mayer to Stained to STP to Florida Georgia Line to Jason
AC/DC,
Jason Aldean. I mean, it goes all over the place, man. I mean, that's one of the things that I just love about playing with him is just that, you know, it's so diverse and it's so different, and it really comes out when we're writing our originals too. So yeah, those are some influences. I'm sure we could probably go on and on all day about.
Yeah, I don't think he's got enough battery life.
No, I don't think you got enough battery life for that one, bud.
No, but we do have opportunities in the future to do even more Q&A, you know, as time passes and stuff. We are just over 15 minutes. I just want to remind you guys, these are the Rebel Music Sessions. They do open stage at Lucky T's every other Thursday from 7 to 10, or 7 to 9.
Every Sunday.
Every other Sunday night.
And hopefully they'll also be here this Thursday at open stage at the Peoria Pizza Works.
Yeah, that's definitely our
home base
of operation. Which is funny because Dane is from Peoria Heights, and I've been going up to Pizza Works for probably at least 10 years, on and off, 10 plus years, and you know, when we started getting a lot of stuff, you know, he, you know, with his other bands, you know, he did more recording than actually like playing out, and you know, he hadn't gigged out that much, which is kind of polar opposite for me because I've never really recorded much.
I'm never more I'm very comfortable on a stage, but I'm never more comfortable than I am in a recording studio.
See, I still get nervous. Like it's a little intimidating to get.
It was funny because he was like, "Well, I'm calling around, and I'm finding out where all these open mic spots are and everything like that." And he's like, "Oh man, the Pizza Works has them. The Peoria Heights Pizza Works has got it." And I was like,
"Dude, they have music?"
Yeah, dude, they have music. And I was under the assumption that there was no good music in Peoria left. It was all either rap or screamo metal type stuff that I just absolutely cannot stand.
If you guys haven't been up there, best musicians in the city.
By
best
far.
Every week.
And you know, I mean, I went up there and a guy that we actually just recorded some stuff with today, Aaron Miller, he's the host up there. And Pat was telling me about him, and he was telling me, you know, Brainchild goes up there and all these other people go up there. I'm telling you what, man, if you get a spot with Aaron Miller, Brainchild,
The Great I Am,
Lexi Lee, Roy Ponce, and Bob Kelly, the Sam kid, what's his name? Sam?
I don't know his last name.
He's like 16 years old and he shreds like.
His name is Sam Hinrichsen.
Yeah, I mean the guy.
He shreds
like. It is unreal.
Yeah, he shreds like no one else.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I left that first open mic night after we were done. I wanted to kiss him. I wanted to kiss him so bad. Just say, dude.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it, even though you want me to.
That's what I said the first night. Don't do it. No, but
that's not what you were saying 5 minutes later that night.
Anyway, no, it was, and I think Dane was a little intimidated at the quality of musicianship that was up there because we signed up. I think we were like 3rd or 4th on the list, and you know we go after all these monster players and you know guys that play a bunch of different instruments. Hi, honey. This is my daughter.
Hi, I'm right out.
But yeah, he was. I think we were both a little intimidated just because we hadn't really played in front of too many people, and
it was packed at first.
Yeah, it was super packed, and we got to follow all these electric bands that are playing
great stuff.
I mean Hendrix, Demeters, Stevie Ray. I mean, just all kinds of really
James Brown.
Yeah, originals, like really good music.
Everybody.
And, I mean, it was to the point where he was like, "Dude, I don't know if I want to get up there tonight."
I just said, "I don't want to do it." And he's like, "Dude,
we have to. We're already here.
We're already signed up. I've already bought this beer. We're not leaving until we play." Okay.
And you know what? We practice our asses off.
We really do. 5 days a week. Doesn't matter if we
when
work.
We can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we work 12, 13-hour days. If we can make it to practice, we can practice. So,
it's my dog Sadie.
She wants a puppy.
So, any last words, you guys, before we end this interview for today?
Oh, just keep listening to local music. Keep supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just come out every chance you get. I mean, it means the world to musicians to have people to play in front of.
Yep. Speaking as guys who play the empty bars who've played in empty rooms before. It's, you know, it really is a thrill to see people actually up there dancing to songs that you write or actually feeling the songs that you write. So
that's the best feeling in the world.
it really is. It really is.
No drug, buzz, pharmaceutical rush, or like anything like that can ever equal like that rush you get when you get up there and people are bobbing their heads to, you know.
Jitters are going, and you start on that first note.
Right.
Words just start coming out.
Right.
Dude,
And people, you know, and then, you know, after being there for a while, people start singing your songs to you, and that's just the coolest feeling in the world. So guys, keep coming out, keep supporting local music. We love you to death.
We really do. We don't even know half of you on a personal level, but
Well, come talk to us. We'll buy you a drink.
Yeah, we'll buy you a drink. It's half the time we got open bar tabs. Oh, yeah. Break out the Goldschlager.
Right.
All right, guys, we're out of time. We'll be back with another Q&A here in a short while. But until then, enjoy and hope to see you at Thursday Night Open Stage.